UW-Bothell Cascadia College campus is one of very few co-located college-university campuses in the United States. Our campus is home to a 58-acre wetland in the North Creek watershed. This area has a rich history from traditional indigenous land, a logging town, a cattle ranch, to present-day UW-Bothell Cascadia College campus. It has come a very long way. Let's go on a journey through the history of this campus. Glacial advance and retreat carved the large valleys that now run north and south of our area. Our wetland is at the base of one of these valleys where it flattens, forming a floodplain for North Creek. We are on the land of the Willow people, a subgroup of the Duwamish tribe. The number of tribal people that inhabited the land on and in the vicinity of campus are estimated to be between 50 and 200 individuals at any one time. The eventual design of the restoration of this floodplain took cues from indigenous land use and historical ecosystem functionality. In the late 1800s, Bothell was inhabited by Europeans who began logging its old-growth forest. North Creek, in its original state, meandered as it does in its present state, creating many obstacles for loggers in their attempts to float giant logs down it. Due to these issues, the loggers straightened and deepened the creek to remove these barriers and transport logs easily to the mills. In 1923, the land was purchased by Benjamin Boone from the man who made the original logging claim on the site in the late 1800s. Ben Boone is a descendant of Daniel Boone, the famous American folk hero. Ben, himself an adventurer by nature, came out west for opportunity and the unknown. What followed was delivering a herd of cattle from Seattle to Alaska, staking a mining claim north of Fairbanks, rooming with the famous American novelist Jack London and inspiring his novel Burning Daylight, actually finding gold, returning to Seattle to open automotive dealerships, and finally purchasing the campus property and raising a family in Bothell. One of the first things Ben did on our campus's land was to start a ranch on which he raised 500 head of beef cattle every year on the pastures made possible by the draining of the floodplain wetland. He had 4 daughters, one of which, Beverly Boone, took to the ranching life and continued her father's tradition on the land and raised her ranch family. Beverly married Richard Truly, an aeronautical engineer with Boeing. One of their sons, Jeff Truly, also started a family on this land and later became one of the first employees on campus. He still works to this day as a maintenance mechanic within facility services. The house in which the Boone and Truly families lived still stands on this campus as a marker of the history. Take a walk down memory lane in the McMenamins Anderson School hotel hallways where an array of historical photos of the land as a ranch can be found. UW-Bothell Cascadia College purchased the land in the 1990s and were required by law to restore a small amount of wetland to offset the impact that campus construction had on existing wetlands. The economy was doing well, and Governor Gary Locke worked with UW-Bothell Cascadia College to form a $10 million grant to restore the entire 58-acre North Creek floodplain that once existed on the campus property. This has become the crowning jewel of our campus. Restoration project managers wanted to start with a clean slate, and the first step was to remove 1.5 feet of topsoil from the floodplain to eliminate all the weedy pasture species. All this soil was pushed toward Interstate 405 to create a berm that separates our site from freeway runoff. The historic North Creek Channel was unearthed during this project, aided by the fact that it was so well documented, in part because it was such an obstacle to the logging industry in the past. Once the historic course of North Creek was recreated and the expansive floodplain established, water from the previously straightened channel was gradually released into the New Creek Channel. The flow was gradually increased over a period of time until the historic path of water through campus was achieved. The restored North Creek watercourse consists of a primary channel, which flows year-round, and a secondary channel that flows to relieve pressure on the primary channel during flooding events. Due to the diversity of topography engineered into the floodplain, there are numerous ephemeral ponds that provide additional habitat on the site after a flood event. Logs that were cleared from the campus upland forest during building construction were used to armor the cut banks along the creek to slow erosion until the site became mature enough to arm itself. There are instances of the site and creek channel itself shifting, as evidenced by sandbars that move throughout the site from season to season. The site was planted with thousands of trees and shrubs, and a robust irrigation system was installed in order to aid the growth of the newly developing plants. Some of the newly planted native species couldn't handle the sun, even with heavy irrigation, and turnover of new plants was frequent. As the tree canopy matured, more shade was available to understory plants, and less irrigation was needed. All above-ground irrigation was removed from the site about 10 years after install. Tree and plant mortality was also high due to the unforeseen negative impacts of geese, rabbits, beavers, and nutria. This was mitigated in part by an on-site nursery and the employment of a full-time team of gardeners to care for the restoration area. 2 full-time wetland staff are still tasked with wetland maintenance today. What is now known as Lake Truly was once graded flat and intended as a large swale that would receive and infiltrate water during flood events. The beavers figured out that the creek and lake were connected by a small bioswale and excavated lots of mud and rocks from the swale to build themselves a lodge. They also built a dam running along the south end of Lake Truly, making it much deeper and wider. This caused water to back up to the point where there are no longer periods in the summer in which the swale would naturally dry out. This formed Lake Truly. With increasing development and more impermeable surfaces being installed along our watershed, a lot more water goes straight to North Creek during storms. The amount of flooding the wetland receives over the years has increased, related to the increase in development, making wetlands like ours even more important because they can slow down the energy of flooding events and store water. Our wetlands crew consists of 2 full-time gardeners, Gabe and Chris, along with seasonal workers in the summer months. The wetlanders use adaptive management techniques to respond to the ecological needs of the wetland restoration area by removing invasive species and planting native species. In addition to performing ongoing restoration work on the site, the wetlanders also provide tours and outreach opportunities to the campus as well as surrounding communities. They give voice to this valuable green infrastructure resource and important natural ecosystem. The wetlanders work to propagate plants on campus in our native plant nursery. This eliminates the middleman, cuts costs, and keeps things close to home. The established upland forest on campus is used as a source for native trees and plants for the nursery. That way the plants are particularly adapted to our site as they contain genotypes that evolved here in Bothell. The nursery plants are installed out in the wetland to enhance native plant diversity and repair damage caused by the animals, flooding, erosion, and more. We see great animal biodiversity within the wetland, from coyotes, crows, and salmon to our beaver population. Beavers moved onto the site in the early days and have been around ever since. We currently have one family of roughly 4 individuals that live within the wetland, forming lodges, falling trees, creating dams within the creek, and changing the overall ecosystem dynamics in many ways. We try to let these natural processes take place as much as possible, but do install exclusion fencing and wrap significant trees with fencing to protect them against excessive beaver damage. We have a permit that allows us to modify beaver dams if necessary to protect campus infrastructure while still being mindful of salmon spawning cycles. The UW-Bothell Cascadia College campus is home to roughly 15,000 crows that roost in the wetland each night between dusk and dawn in the fall and winter months. These crows flood in from all over the area, from Seattle to Mill Creek, where they spend their days scavenging for food. Researchers on campus study the behavior of these crows as well as their communication between one another. Visit www.uwb.edu/visitors/crows to learn more about this research. Our campus prides itself on our commitment to clean water and biodiversity. In 2008, our campus became the second in the nation to become Salmon Safe certified, and we have upheld that certification ever since. Salmon Safe certification is an accreditation with oversight and verification of environmental practices that protect water quality and habitat. This includes things such as sustainable development, organic management of the campus gardens and landscape, functionality of our stormwater systems, and more. North Creek is a salmon-bearing creek, and we need to make sure that it is safe for the wildlife that are in and around it. It is also a tributary to the Puget Sound, meaning that we have downflow impacts on our oceans. This Salmon Safe recognition guides our practices and the development of campus infrastructure. The campus wetlands are a significant piece of regional green infrastructure. Campus is completely independent of the City of Bothell's stormwater system. All stormwater on campus drains to the wetland, and it is critical that we ensure that this water is clean when it reaches the creek. Because of this, we have many means by which we filter our stormwater. Dirty water, like runoff from streets and parking lots, is collected in storm grates and ends up in stormwater vaults with oil water separators before being discharged into our holding pond and bioswale system, finally making its way into North Creek. Clean water, like runoff from building roofs, is transported to our holding pond and bioswale system before being discharged into the creek. The newer buildings on campus, like Discovery Hall and the Arc, have rain gardens designed into the landscapes surrounding the buildings, which filter water and support garden vegetation before overflowing into our holding pond and bioswale system and out into North Creek. This site is used by a wide variety of classes as a living laboratory, where students study soil health, water quality, biodiversity, and more. It is studied by many from around the nation as one of the largest and most successful examples of urban wetland restoration. Our campus wetland is a small piece of a much larger collection of green water infrastructure systems within our region. In downtown Bothell, you can find roadside bioswales along the main strip of Bothell Way. In Ballard, you can find an example through their residential rain garden initiative, where they're paying people to install green infrastructure on their properties to take care of the water at its source before it enters their taxed stormwater system. In downtown Seattle, you can find a wonderful example on the Gates Foundation building, where they have an impressive green roof within the urban setting. There are many other large-scale restoration efforts to see as well, and we encourage you to check them out. Thank you for exploring with us to find pieces of green in a vastly paved world and taking a walk in the wetland.